Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in for another Instagram Live with TK. Today we're going to be speaking with Miss Capitol Hill, USA. I'm very excited to talk to her, hear about her platforms, what she has going on. So while we wait for some people to come in and for our guests to come in, make sure to tell your friends, share it with them so we can get this going. All right, I see she's in here. We're just going to wait a few moments while we get some more people in here. Okay, they're coming on in. Give it a few more moments. We got our people ready to see this show and ready to talk to Miss Capitol Hill. Alrighty, just give it a few more seconds. Let's wait till like 6:01, 6:02, and then we'll jump right in. How's everyone's day so far? How have you guys been doing for this new year? Although, me saying that phrase is kind of dying out now because January is almost over, but I'll think of a new phrase next month. All right, got another one. All right, you know what? Let's get it started because whoever's not here, they're going to see it anyways on my story. So we don't have to take up too much of Miss Capitol Hill's time. All right, let's me get her in here. All right, so it's waiting. Oh, she's coming in. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. You look beautiful.
Thank you so much. So do you.
Ready. Yes, lashes. Love it.
I tried. My eyes watering a little bit. I'm trying to get that under control.
No, it happens with me with the lashes. I'm like, okay, all right, Taylor, get it together.
Right. I'm like, come on, work with me today.
So how have you been? How's everything, there in DC too?
It's definitely been very hectic, considering the events after last week and the inauguration and everything that's going on. It snowed here actually
Nice.
yesterday, so that was exciting.
Oh.
It's cold. I'm missing the Florida sun a little bit. How are you?
Oh, that's exciting. I'm glad you enjoying yourself in DC and also getting through everything going on up there. So can you tell us about your title and how does it feel to be Miss Capitol Hill?
So it honestly feels amazing. I competed in pageants when I was little. And
okay, so you're not new to this. You know this.
Well, I only competed in one, and then I stopped, sadly, because it just wasn't the right time. My parents didn't have the money. There was other issues I'll talk about a little later going on as well. So when I was watching this most recent year of the Miss USA pageant, every year I've watched and I've waited. Being a bigger girl, you never really see that representation, especially in the pageant world. So I was watching and I was like waiting for somebody who looked like me to be on that stage. And just another year has gone by and it's still nobody. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to apply and see what happens. And
it's your turn. Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, if not you, then who? So as Miss USA, Deshauna Barber said. So I decided to apply, and with the Miss USA organization, you apply for your different like location title. So for example, for Florida, you would have like Miss Gainesville, you would have Miss Miami, you would have, the different cities that encompass the state. And then those title holders go on to compete in the state pageant. But since DC is technically not a state as of now, we're hoping that changes soon. So it's different areas in the District of Columbia.
Okay, because I was wondering, when I first saw you post it, I was like, Miss Capitol Hill. I was like, that's so fitting. I was like, I know you love DC. I was like, that's so fitting. How did she get that exact title for DC? Couldn't be any better.
Right. No, it was literally perfect. And I was like, this is the title that I wanted when I originally applied. And I was like, okay, if I get accepted and I get this title, it's a sign. Like that's a sign from God.
So what does it take to be Miss Capitol Hill? Like, what is it all about? I'm not really familiar with the pageant world, and I don't know if our viewers are either. The only pageant I did was a pageant on campus, and I'm sure that's a complete different level than
you killed
what you're doing.
You absolutely killed that. Okay, Miss Homecoming Queen. Trying to be polite, but no, you rocked it. And it's so with the Miss USA organization, it's different from Miss America. There is not a talent portion. So the portions that go into the pageant are evening gown, interview, swimwear, and that's it. Yeah. So it's different from other pageants, but it's really exciting. I'm super excited. It definitely takes a lot of work, a lot of planning. I started my GoFundMe just because I don't think I realized the financial responsibilities that are
Of it
included in
all.
something like
Yeah.
this. And I definitely have done so much research, and I'm hoping I'm fully prepared. But our pageant actually just got rescheduled to
Oh
the
no.
July 17th, which is okay. It just gives
Gives
me
you
a
more
little more
time to
time
get
to
yourself
prep.
together.
Exactly. Exactly. So right now I'm just, trying to like better myself to
Mhm.
compete because I want to be the best version of myself on that stage.
Of
So I'm just trying to like, treat my body as much as I can, which in
course.
actuality is even beyond the pageant. You should be, taking care of yourself, especially
Mm-hmm.
during these hard times. So,
So, what is your platform? Like, what do you stand for as, or what do you want to represent? Or because I know when people typically win this, win a title, they want to make some change in this world. What change or platform do you want to use to your advantage with this title?
of course. So, of course, being a bigger woman, I want to show that beauty is not just size.
Mm-hmm.
With 70% of women in the United States being over the size of 14, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's time that bigger women are represented on that stage.
Yeah.
So I hope to be that representation, but not only representing bigger women, I want to represent women just breaking barriers in general. We just saw the first woman, let alone Black women, just become our first
Yeah.
woman vice president of the United States. And I'm still in shock saying that, honestly, and it feels so amazing to
Feels
say.
good.
So it's incredible. We're having a year of first. We just had our SOAR become the first CEO of a Fortune 500 company today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Making
definitely the year.
changes.
Exactly. So it's definitely the year of the women. And my platform is called Not the Last. And it's
Mm-hmm.
actually a saying that I got from our vice president. And you have to be the first so somebody else isn't the last. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's so important in every role. So just breaking those barriers and being the first woman in so many different roles. And I think it's time.
It's way overdue. It's
Exactly.
way overdue. It's time that we just take over this world and just boss up.
Right. No,
So tell us more
exactly.
about your no, not your platform. You said not the last. That's what you said.
Yes.
Yeah. So can you tell us more about that too? Like, what is it about? How can people get involved or support it? Like, what
Of
is that
course.
about?
So I actually made an Instagram page and it's called Not the Last, and it's still in the beginning steps. This is something that I've actually wanted to work on for a long time. I've always wanted to create my own nonprofit. And from what you saw over the summer, I assisted in the creation of Freedom Fighters DC,
Yeah.
and they're doing amazing things. So I wanted to create something that was more geared towards just women in general breaking those barriers. So I hope to eventually set up a scholarship and have women apply who are testing those barriers and breaking those glass ceilings, and just give them any like financial and mentorship. So it's definitely in the works, and I have some very exciting things coming up soon. So it's just, I'm excited.
And then can you tell us more about this journey that you're going through? Have you been able to like meet the other women who you're like competing against? I know typically it's kind of like well, again, from TV, it's typically like, a little sisterhood. You get to meet these new women all from all different parts of the country and get to like meet up with each other. But with the pandemic, how has that been a different situation now? Like, is it just virtual meetups, or how have practices been? I don't know how much you can disclose too, but.
So we haven't officially started like group meetings,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely have stalked ladies that I saw are competing on like social media and have reached out. And honestly, I feel like all of the stereotypes are completely untrue. Everyone has been so
Oh,
just nice
good.
and genuine and just so helpful. This is really like my first time competing in a huge pageant like this. So just having that warm embrace of women who you're technically competing with, but
It
like
doesn't feel like it.
it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like that.
Good.
They so Miss DC, they have a saying, Nice and Wonderful Productions, they're the company that puts it on,
Mm-hmm.
and they say you don't want to be a compete woman, you want to be a complete woman.
Mm,
And I hope I didn't butcher
good.
that, but it's
Well, you
definitely
sold me with whatever it was. You sold me.
thank you. No, it's definitely been such an amazing journey so far, and I just can't even wait to see what happens in the future.
Well, I'm glad that you're able to connect with these different women, even with these times you're going through in your pandemic, and still like create those relationships. That's amazing. And then another question. So the fact that you're representing Capitol Hill during these times we're going through, how has that been? Do you feel like you have to be more vocal, maybe comparison to other candidates who aren't representing such an area that has a lot going on right now politically?
So that's also something that I want to kind of bring in me competing in this pageant is
Mm-hmm.
that voice. And I feel like maybe some contestants have been a little nervous, and just because I am representing Capitol Hill and we just did see an insurrection that happened on our Capitol, and I originally was going to wait to announce, but after that happened, I was like, no, I need to
This
use
is your
my
time,
title.
yeah.
I need to use my voice. Like, and I feel like so many more people should use their voice and their title, especially in real world things that are going on. And especially in DC, you know, a lot of people forget that there are people who live here, people who have grown up here, families who have grown up here. It's not just the Capitol. It's not just government. There's people all over the city who have lived here for generations, who are constantly passed up and not given the proper resources they need from government because, you know, they're not a state and there's so many different issues going on, you know, that encompass that. And it's so important to stand up for what's right. And especially being Miss Capitol Hill and hopefully being Miss DC one day, I hope to be that voice.
Fingers crossed for you. I'm glad that you're not afraid to take that challenge to speak up because, you know, politics can be a touchy subject for especially people who hold like titles. People tend to stray away from it because they don't want to say the wrong thing or lose its audience. But I'm glad that you're sticking true to yourself and speaking up to what's going on and not afraid. I commend you for that. That's brave.
Thank you so much. And honestly, I think if we all just take that step and realize that if we're not going to stand up for someone, if we're not going to stand for something, then we can fall for anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like now when we're such a pivotal point that people need to realize that what's happening shouldn't be a political issue. It's a human rights issue. And at the end of the day, you know, everyone who lives in America should be treated equally. And we're having that issue and have had that issue, especially in underserved and minority communities. So it's definitely important to make that point now and to change the course of this country because we're in such a pivotal point. And, you know, if not now, then when?
Yeah. That's wow. Our viewers are commenting. They're going crazy for you. They love you. They are. It's probably one of the most comments I've received in the live. You are fan favorite, I'd have to say.
I was actually so nervous because I was like, wow, I'm being interviewed by an Emmy winner. I'm like,
oh, please. I was like, okay, let me make sure I come correct because I know when you speak, you command a room. I was like, let me make sure I come correct for Miss Capitol Hill. Can't do that. So,
thank you.
Is there anything else you want to share with us about how it feels, anything you have going on, any upcoming projects, or if any of our viewers have any questions for you too, please feel free to jump in. Or I know you also collected some questions if you had any on your Instagram too.
Let me actually, I'm like, can I look on this?
Actually, you probably can. Actually, I'm thinking maybe you probably won't be able to. But if any of our viewers have questions or anything else you want to share, how we can continue supporting you or the support system you've had during these times, like tell us more about that.
So the support system has been amazing. Like I said, the pageant world is very financially strenuous sometimes. And, you know, being a newly graduated young woman in the world trying to navigate, it can be very difficult. And I actually had the honor to reach out to a lot of different sorors from chapters and just asking if anyone had any advice or any resources or any connections. And I received so much love back, and it literally brought tears to my eyes. Like I was crying looking at the responses I was getting from our sorors, just who were so interested in helping and just reaching out and being like, okay, you can't afford this. Like, how about we find something simpler? Or how about we find financially strenuous as an understatement, right? You know, so it's definitely, it takes a lot of planning and it takes a lot of work, and my team has been incredible. And I would not be here anywhere near where I am today without the support system I have, including my best friends. They're watching. Shout out to Bria and Ayana. I love you guys with all my heart. And I don't know who else is watching. I can't see right now. I love you all.
Going in and out. You have some people, I don't even know who they are, but they must be from your page. Definitely supporting you. We have our first question actually. Top 2 humans that inspire you the most. They're kind of getting with the pageant questions already. They're trying to prep you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Did they say the top 2 women or top 2 individuals?
Individuals.
Okay. Top 2 individuals. Ooh.
Might be a little tough. Yeah, there's a lot.
Wow, I'm like, I didn't. But no, my top 2 individuals would probably be my spesh, Monique. I don't know if she's watching this. She's probably at work right now. But she's my older sister in my profile, and she just really has shown me just she's guided me through so many different things in life,
Mm-hmm.
and I have learned so much from her, and she's been such just my rock, basically. And I feel like she always deals with my like 3 a.m. crying anxiety attack. I would definitely say her. And then the second one,
I know it must be tough because, like, who should I shout out that won't
Bro.
be the one, or like, also,
No,
as like,
she's not watching this, but my second one would probably be Angela Davis, because she has been such a trailblazer in the civil rights movement, and she's one of the women that I very much look up to and hope to even be a smidget of the woman that she is.
those are two. Well, I don't know your special, but I'm sure they've inspired you to be the woman who you are today, and you're an amazing woman, as I know you right now. So, hey, props to them. Props to them for being a part of your life and making you the woman you are today. And then we have another question. What's been the most rewarding part of this process?
I feel like the most rewarding part is definitely testing myself and finding out exactly who I am as a person, because I feel like it's really important to find out who you are before you go on stage and represent something. So I'm really trying to be the best version of myself, and I feel like that's, like I said, the pageant aside, that's important in general, to make sure your mental health is intact, make sure you're, drinking your water, eating healthy. It's so important to like get out and exercise. And I know with COVID, I've definitely been slacking. So
yeah,
this
me
has really
too.
been the wake up call that I needed, honestly.
And then another question. What date is your pageant? Yeah, you never mentioned that. When is the pageant? When can we look forward to that? How can we get a ticket? Like, what's the vibe?
It is July 17th in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
And if you want tickets, I believe they haven't released the exact ticket date yet, but I believe they go on sale a month before the pageant. I believe it might be live streamed this year just because of, COVID issues. So I will definitely send that link out when we get it.
Please
and
do.
I will be posting updates as time goes on. So just, I guess, follow my page. I have my individual page, as you can see in the live, and then at Not the Last is my platform page. And then as well as I started a GoFundMe, which is in the link of my bio. If you can support, if not, I will take a share. I will take a like.
Any support
is honestly so important, and people don't realize how important it is, but it's extremely important. And even a like, I go crazy for. So
yes, please share that with me afterwards so I can post it on the page and get you as many shares, likes, donations, anything we can get.
Thank you.
Send it your way.
Thank you so much.
Let's see if you have any more questions from the audience or anything else you want to share with us about anything you have that's on your mind you want to talk to us about, or just let us know that we didn't get to cover.
I'm thinking. Actually, I have a question for you.
Oh gosh. The tables have turned. Okay, let's hear it.
So I'm like looking for advice and everything. How did you prepare for your pageant, and how did that go, and what was your experience like?
Again, my level is nothing compared to your level, so that's the first. I feel like so I did a pageant in high school before that was like Miss Park Vista. I didn't win it. I got runner up though, but I didn't win. Hey. So that was fun. I think that in that pageant, I was just like trying to have a good time, meet new people that never got to talk to. So that was a good time. I feel like I probably could do better in my talent, which is where I slipped. I think, again, I didn't see the scores, but who knows? And then I did another pageant in college, the Black Student Union pageant. I got runner up again. I think it was also due to my talent. So there's kind of a pattern going until I won. Like maybe I shouldn't do dance every talent. We'll just let that be. And then which was a pageant. I won. Wow, I forgot the title. That's terrible. I'm homecoming princess for Florida State University for 2018, and thank God that didn't include a talent portion, so I won. That may have been my win right there. So
I'm not the best dancer either, but I think I am. So that's all that matters.
Me too. Like, you cannot tell me anything. Once I'm up there, I'm like, okay. Like, so that's. Just have fun, be yourself, but I feel like you're doing it amazing already with what you got going on already. So just continue being yourself, continue just being you. That's the best advice I could do. Because I feel like sometimes people do get caught up in the moment and forget to relax and have fun with it. Because once you look back at it, it's like, it's all over. You're like, man, I really wish I enjoyed it some more instead of being so serious in it. So.
Right. that's
Yeah.
definitely something that I have to remind myself constantly is like, Jackie, just relax, take a breath.
Yes.
In God's hands, just have a great time, enjoy yourself, have fun, be nice, and make memories.
I'm sure it won't be hard for you. I'm sure I'm sure you got it like this. Like, okay, it's natural for you.
Thank you. I hope so. I hope that correlates on the stage.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining us this evening. I really appreciated our time, and you are very popular because people are coming in and out of this Instagram live, and I'm loving it. I'm like, okay, let's have Jackie on again next week.
I mean,
if you have a new project or anything you want to bring up, let me know, and this is a platform for you, honey. We'll make it work.
Thank you. Thank you. I will definitely contact you. I have a few things up my sleeve that I'm
Oh, yes. Let us know. Put you on the calendar. All right, thank you again, and thank you all for tuning in. If you want to go check out Jackie's page, I'll post it on my Instagram page, or you can also check her name right above there. And yeah, just follow the journey, and I wish you the best of luck on your journey to Miss DC. I'm sure you got this. We will support you in any way we can. Just let us know, and yeah.
Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm honored to be on here, so thank you. And thank you all for watching and asking questions, leaving comments.
No problem. Thank you again. I hope you have a good night.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye.